Hey guys, it's JStars360 here with my review of the Lego Movie. Now, first off, I just want to apologize if I'm not as energetic, not that energetic, but my laptop froze the first time I tried to record this, so if I sound a little less enthusiastic, it's because I already recorded like a bunch of this and then it failed, so I had to so I'm redoing it. Okay, so the Lego Movie. Now, go see this movie. That's all I have to say. Go see this movie. Kids will love it. Adults will really like it. It's a really entertaining movie. Go see it. It's awesome. And alright, let me just start at the beginning. I'll tell you the story real quick in case you don't know it. This movie is set in a world where everything is made of Lego. And in this Lego world, there is a random dude whose name escapes me at the moment. But anyway, he stumbles across this magical red brick. And then he's like, what's going on? Because it turns out he's the one. There's this prophecy that says that this guy is going to find the magical red Lego. And the magical red Lego, is the thing that... the one is the only one who can defeat Lord Business using the red Lego. And now it's up to the Special to save the world by teaming up with various characters, some of which you may know. And yeah, that's basically the movie. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like much of a movie. I mean, it's the one, but he doesn't believe he's the one, and then it's like, I'm not the one, but no, I gotta believe in myself. So you're thinking to yourself, that might not make for an interesting film, and in that case, you're right. I mean, I will admit that is a cliche premise, but the movie works around that for a lot of reasons. Number one is the story. The writing and the humor in this movie is really clever. So even though it's cliche, and even though, they'll try to do some artsy stuff, and you'll be like, come on. The humor, you're so busy laughing that I think you'll be able to overlook that flaw, no problem. I did. There are some really funny moments in this movie. So I won't give them away, because you don't want them ruined. The film is cliche, but it's usually very smart. Like, they'll write the cliche in a smart way, so you're actually cool with it. It's hard to describe. Also, the film is very self-aware of when it's doing a cliche. It's kind of like Wreck-It Ralph. They'll usually find their way around. I'm going to be drawing a bit of comparisons between Wreck-It Ralph and the Lego Movie, because they're both movies involving set in a world based on something children like to play with, and they both involve a bunch of iconic characters. So, yeah. So, like Wreck-It Ralph, when Wreck-It Ralph would do something cliche, it would usually, work its way around that. Lego Movie does a similar thing. Either they'll have a funny gag, or they'll be self-aware, or by the fact that this story isn't as cliche and predictable as it seems. There actually are some pretty nice surprises. Stuff in the story I genuinely didn't see coming. And I won't say what it is, but if you've seen the movie, you probably know what I'm talking about. And those twists make the movie far more entertaining than it would have been. Because I always love it in children's films when the story isn't 100% predictable, because it shows the writers are putting effort and they aren't just writing, okay, let's just just throw this recycled plot out there and not do anything with it. They do something interesting with it. And I really like what they did. I won't spoil what tweaks they make, but you'll love them. Also, remember Wreck-It? By the way, in case you can't tell, I love this film, and I'm going to say this now. This is what Wreck-It Ralph should have been. This is what I wanted to see when I saw Wreck-It Ralph. Wreck-It Ralph, I wanted to see a lot of game hopping, and I didn't. This film, I saw lots of hopping. Wreck-It Ralph loses a lot of momentum for me after the first half hour, because you go from, awesome video game stuff to just candy movie, which was good, but I wanted the video game stuff. And here, this film is just constantly moving. You're constantly going from location to location. You never stay in one place too long. So the film keeps its momentum going, because you're constantly moving, the characters are constantly moving around, you're constantly going to these new locations, and it just keeps things interesting. The characters in this movie are really good for the most part. The two leads, the average Joe is the hero, and the love interest, they're really generic. But, they're funny, but they're generic. The real highlight of this movie is everyone else. Everyone else in this movie is amazing. They're all pretty much voiced by celebrities, but I really don't care because, again, they're just so funny and likable, and really funny that you won't. I really didn't mind. And plus, some of their voices are just so awesome that you won't care. Like, Liam Neeson's in this movie. He's voicing this police officer who's trying to stop the heroes. He has a very serious face and a very happy face on his back, and he's constantly switching back and forth between them. And they get a lot of really good comedy out of that. Plus, it's Liam Neeson's voice, and just his voice alone is awesome enough. But then they gave him great material to work with, and that was awesome. Then there's Lord Business, who's voiced by Will Ferrell. He's funny. I mean, he's not the funniest character in the movie, but he's still pretty funny. I mean, it's basically Will Ferrell doing the voice he did in Megamind, but it works well here. And you do get a lot of laughs out of Lord Business. Like, he'll take, like, an everyday object, he'll give it, like, this really awesome name, and then you'll find out what it really is. But yeah, Lord Business is funny. And then Batman is in this movie, which... One thing Wreck-It Ralph did wrong... I don't want to say wrong, but kind of cheap, is that they plastered all these iconic characters on their posters. And they were just like really quick, really minor cameos. Didn't really do much with them. Batman is not. I mean, it takes him a while to get in the movie, and for a while I was worried, is this movie just going to be a Lego movie, and is Batman just going to be like a quick cameo? No, once he shows up, he's pretty much there for the rest of the movie, and it's awesome. I love the voice they got for Batman. It is so much better than from the Nolan films. I mean, it's no Kevin Conroy, but it's still freaking awesome. And, you know, it doesn't feel cheap. This feels like the legit Batman. Like, it's not just, oh, we stuck Batman in here to get kids. No, they gave us the real deal. And he's really funny. And, I mean, just... it's Batman. And Morgan Freeman's in this movie as well as some wizard. I'm not really sure. I forget what he is, but his character is awesome. They give him a lot of funny lines and great material to work with, as always. And Morgan Freeman, just his voice alone is awesome. So awesome voice and awesome material, awesome character. There's also a bunch of other characters in this movie, like Superman, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. And I mean, they are mainly just... all the iconic characters in this movie that are in Lego form are mainly just side characters. Like, they don't do that much. But unlike Wreck-It Ralph, they aren't just a quick cameo. They actually have a good amount of screen time. They actually get a decent amount of lines and a decent amount of laughs. I won't spoil who all the characters are, and trust me, you don't want all the characters in this iconic characters in movie spoil. Especially one that shows up, like, kind of late into the... I want to say an hour and 10 minutes. No, not an hour. Pretty late in the, like 3/4 of the way into the movie, if I were to guess. You'll know it when you see it, and it's like the funniest thing. Like, everyone in the theater was laughing. There weren't that many people in the theater when I saw it, but again, it's February. Not exactly a movie season, but hopefully more people see this movie. But yeah, I won't spoil who it is, but all the iconic characters are fun, and it's just brings out the kid in you. Seeing all these awesome characters together teaming up to fight evil is great. I mean, okay, maybe they could have used them a bit more. I mean, especially Superman and Wonder Woman. I mean, come on, show that Superman and Batman movie coming in 2016 how to do it. But it was still really good. Presentation, this movie was fantastic. I mean, even when in the first half hour where I wasn't that I was enjoying it, but I wasn't like really enjoying it. It was still just, at the very least, amazing to look at. I mean, these Legos look like legit Legos. The attention to detail is fantastic. You get a variety of worlds. Like, just, oh my gosh, like the visuals in this movie. I'm amazed how they did it. Like, it doesn't look like CG. It looks like legit Legos. But it's not. It's CG, and it's just, how did they do that? So yeah, so in case you can't tell, I really, really enjoyed this movie. I mean, it is cliche, but again, I think the writing, the humor and writing are clever enough that it'll keep you engaged. The film looks fantastic. There are a lot of really funny and likable characters in this movie, and the story isn't as cliche and predictable as you may seem. It is, kids are gonna love this movie. They're gonna laugh and really enjoy this, and young adults will enjoy it too. Adults will probably think it's cute. at the least. But yeah, I would. This is like one of those movies. Like it's a kids movie, but I think anyone will enjoy it. I mean, there's enough heart, and the humor is good enough that is for the young and young at heart. I highly recommend you check it out. This is a really entertaining movie. Coming out in February of all months. I mean, when was the last time a really good movie came out in February? Someone in the comments is probably going to mention it, but yeah. So, I really liked it. Go see it. I mean, all my written review in the description if you want more depth of my thoughts. I gave it a 7.5. Trust me when I say that does not mean it's bad. Again, it's just... Again, that's still really entertaining. It's just... Yeah. Again... story, not that original, but again, still really entertaining. Definitely would recommend you check this movie out. This is JStars360 signing out.